I don't know how long Pegasi can continue to cap for Sony. I don't know how long they can continue to cap for the PlayStation 5. I was watching. I was looking at Twitter today. And you know what the argument is now? You know what they're saying? The Pegasi. I'm sorry, the Pegasi. I keep mispronouncing. The Pegasi are saying this. They're saying, "Oh yeah, the 1 terabyte. I mean, you can get a SSD for your PlayStation 5 for as low as $70. That's 250 gigabytes. That's okay, jokes. You got jokes now. Okay. 1 terabyte to 1 terabyte. On the Xbox Series X is $220. Actually, a little bit cheaper, but that's the top price, $220. On the PlayStation 5, cheapest 1 terabyte compatible card is $270. Something like that. It's more. Was it 270? Yes, I think it was 270. And what the Pegasi are saying is that, but it's 3 times as fast. Show me a game that loads 3 times as fast on the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series X. I'll wait. Cause there ain't none. You beat me. Oh, you beat it by 1 second. Oh, you beat by 2 seconds. Oh, wow, that's great. Cap it. And the thing is, even if it was 3 times as fast, that's fine. But is it worth the extra? Is it worth the danger? We're gonna look at this. So, which M.2 SSDs can be used in a PlayStation 5 console? It is important that you only use supported SSDs. Blah blah blah. Make sure your SSDs follow the requirements. Right? You click this, and the universe opens up. Look at that. Look at all of this. This is where it ends. All of this. This is a problem. PlayStation 5 is supposed to be a consumer electronic, meaning everybody and their mama, uncle, sister, auntie could just buy one, plug it in, let's go. That's the whole philosophy behind Apple. Simple. Anybody can use it. That's why mad people are on iPhones, because it's like beep boop boop, mad easy, right? Same with the desktops, beep boop boop, and it's safe, whatever, secure, whatever, easy to use, boom, right? Not this. Look at all that. I mean, look, is TT Florence gonna come through and read all this? No. Like, I'm gonna get a little Jimmy. I'm gonna get him the PlayStation 5, and I'm gonna get him a nice little SSD, right? That I could just go. It comes with it, right? Oh no, you gotta get that extra. Oh, well, which one I gotta go get? Well, you can get Seagate, blah, blah, you can get the Barracuda, or whatever it's called, Firecuda. I don't remember. I'm even knowledgeable about SSDs. I don't remember. Well, I just don't remember which, but there were a couple that they flashed on the screen. But they're not gonna read. They're not gonna go through to the support, the PlayStation.com en/support/hardware/PS5 installed M2S /M. They're not gonna do that. I haven't even started, and it's already a barrier to entry. This is the worst design ever in video games. This is worse than in television. The first in television, not the Amico. I'm not gonna cast any type of judgments on the Amico. It is a friend. You know, it's Italian. If it was Amigo, Like, oh snap, Commodore got another one. They had the Amiga, now they got the Amigo. Oh, I think Commodore should come out with a console. Anyway, I don't think I need to read all of this. Bottom line is that, look at this. Module width, 25 millimeters width is not supported. What's the okay, this is why the PlayStation 5 is poorly designed, okay? What's the purpose of having the ability to put off-the-shelf parts on it when you can't just pick any part? It's like, oh, it's only specific to this part. It's like, why is it even, y'all too cheap to make it yourself? Y'all making all these deals with game companies. You spend all your money or something? You can't get no SSD companies to do deals with you or something? What's going on? What's the deal with Sony? I'm like, at first I'm like, screw. Then they say 5 megabytes or faster is recommended, right? Here's the thing about that. The faster those things go, SSDs, the hotter they get, right? The faster you move stuff, it's basic thermodynamics. The faster stuff happens, friction, heat, not good, especially for the PlayStation 5. There's going to be a lot of burning down houses. Houses are going to be burnt down whenever this goes live. I guess it's supposed to go live today. I don't know. But they're like, oh, the beta is live. It's only available in like 4 countries. I'm like, I was watching Blunty on YouTube. He's Australian. He's in Australia, and he's like, hey, I can't test this out for you guys because they're not releasing it in Australia because we have very strict and stringent consumer rights laws in Australia, and I guess Sony didn't want to get entangled in any I don't know, problems, because there's gonna be some there's gonna be problems when Sony avoids the problems before the problems even happen. They're like, they're gonna get us on something, so let's wait. Like I said this before, the PlayStation 5 is in beta. It's not a finished console, and they literally call this. Is it here? Beta users. The PlayStation 5 isn't even fully released yet, and y'all capping for it. Oh, PlayStation so good. Yeah, okay. Y'all gonna have this crappy PlayStation 5. They're gonna come up with a revision, and then that'll be the actual PlayStation 5, and y'all be stuck with this giant freaking router, and you gotta feel like idiots. Just saying, early adoption sucks, right? Okay, they got all these different sizes right here. Socket. Okay, we don't know that. We don't need that. It's a socket 3. Socket type is, yeah. Millimeters. So that's the dimensions, including cooling structure. Here's another thing. If you put an M2 drive in your PlayStation 5 and you don't have a cooler, you will burn down your house. Well, okay, I won't go that far. You'll at least melt your PlayStation. You'll brick it, probably, most definitely. Or I would say the least that could happen is that you will destroy that M2 card that you put in there because not enough heat dissipation. It's gonna just, and you're gonna mess up the drive. Whether or not it messes up anything else, I don't know. I don't know how hot it gets. So I'm gonna be watching your boy Steve, Jesus Steve with all the hair on I totally forgot his channel's name, but that's okay. That's because but he always does the thermal thing. He put the little thermometer thing, like, we're gonna test the thing, and then we're gonna he's got so much hair, and we're gonna test it. He doesn't sound like that, but he's a very intelligent man, and he's way more smarter than me when it comes to this stuff. But I will watch the hell out of that, and I want to see all the hot stuff. It's gonna be white hot. I bet you they'll get like a sacrificial card. Just let's do a test without a stress test without the heat sink. See what happens. I'm like, oh, here we go now, boy. Let's see it. It's gonna be good. Following length, see length, width. Come on, why is this necessary? This is so unnecessary. Xbox Series X and S. You got the little card. You go, oh, look at, boop. You put it in the slot. Done. It is so. I mean, you talk about polar opposites. The difference between what Xbox is doing, what PlayStation doing. Xbox is like, yo, we finna catch up. I hope you realize this, Jim Ryan. I'm Phil Spencer. My name's Phil Spencer. And I hope you realize this, Mr. Ryan. We finna catch up. That's how Phil talks. I was studying how his speech patterns work. We gonna catch up. That's how I talk. Anyway, who cares? Look, they even have diagrams. Come on, son. Y'all pick it. Look, what is this? Is that a... Wait, can I copy? Oh, that's okay. Ooh, let me make it big. Wow. So they got, millimeters and stuff. So millimeters. Look how big that heat sink is. But, I mean, you need a beefy heat sink to dissipate the heat because these things are... Sorry. They get hot. The SSDs get hot because it's faster, especially with that speed, and that's I don't want to call it the gambit because they use that in Loki, and I just watched Loki again. I watched the last episode twice because that's a good show. Anyway, the faster you move your information, the faster you move the data, the hotter it gets. Right? We've already established that. So, ergo therefore, the problem that Sony has by doing what they did, they overclocked everything on that thing, and they basically overclocked the SSD. So everything is moving, everything is hotter than it should be. And yes, it gives you performance. Like, what is the percentage? Like, how much more performance do you get versus like an Xbox Series X, which is a little more closer to traditional SSD speeds at the time of release. I mean, now, the new wave are coming out right now, and that's why Sony's talking, oh, we're gonna unlock the SSD slot. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot for doing me the favor of, I bought the system for $500, but y'all just hiding stuff behind the curtains. But anyway, that's the problem, the conundrum that they are in, is that the faster that they try to push it, the worse it's going to get, the louder. They literally are going to send out an update, a firmware update, to increase the speeds of your fans based on the temperature. What does that mean? It means the PS5 is going to be loud as hell. That's what that means. And people people just don't, I don't understand the cap, man. I mean, their games is good. I mean, I already did a video on Ratchet & Clank, only selling 1.1 million. They're good, but you're supposed to vote with your wallet. They must have closed the polls or something, because they ain't voting for that game. This is like, why is this so difficult? It's not difficult for me. I understand how this stuff works, but I'm like, this is way overcomplicated. It's literally 1,000 steps past just plug it in. Once they say, oh, you need a screwdriver, I'm like, why do you need a screwdriver? Like, do you need a screwdriver to plug in a USB stick into your computer? Do you need a screwdriver? I mean, that's a bad. Okay, how about this? Do you need a screwdriver to plug in a SSD external to your computer? No, you don't. So why did they make this so difficult when Xbox solved it? Poor engineering. I thought Sony was good at hardware. I don't think so anymore. Not after this. Not after this, B. Nah, B. Both single side, double side. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I'm glad this is in bold print, because people please don't cap. I'm gonna try to wrap this up real quick, but it's hard because this is just so ridiculous. SIE cannot guarantee that all M.2 SSD devices meeting the described specifications will work with your console, and assumes no responsibility for the selection, performance, or use of third-party products. They just shirked off all responsibility for the fact that they made a crappy product and sold it to you and you bought it. If I bought a PlayStation 5, if I was just like new to video games, and I'm like, oh, everybody about to play it, I'm gonna get it too. You know, not knowing what I know about Sony. I just bought it, and then they pull this, I'll be like, yeah, that's the last one I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna go somewhere else. If I bought a car and they be like, yeah, if you change the radio in, no, that's a bad example. If you put some different rims on there, we not responsible if your suspension blow up. No, that's a bad example. I don't know. It's the fact that they are allowing third-party products to be, that's the whole point of this. And then they take no responsibility if their machine breaks because they allowed it. Now, if you say, oh, if you put the wrong one in and it breaks, that's your bad. If you put it in the wrong way, that's your bad. If you put peanut butter and jelly on it first and then put it and it breaks, that's your bad. They didn't even say that. They said if you put something in there that's third party and it breaks, it's like that's what everybody's gonna do. Everybody's gonna buy a third party SSD and slip it in M.2. That's everybody's gonna do that. So by putting this little disclaimer, if you will, they're like, yep. They be like, oh. Like if your PS5 breaks, you're like, I gotta send it back to Sony because it broke. They're like, yeah, nah, you not covered, B. You didn't read the blog post. You didn't read the help section on PlayStation.com. Says right there in bold print. Yeah, nah. Third party, sorry. Like, but how am I supposed? Oh man, however, sizes for cooling structures like heat sinks vary greatly. This is a hot mess. I don't look. Okay, this is how stupid this is. How to add SSD, right? Before you begin, you'll need a well-lit room with a table to work on. Now, I was gonna do it in a bathtub full of bubbles, but you know, that's just me. A number 1 Phillips or crosshead screwdriver. For those of you in Britain, I believe they call it crosshead. A small flashlight, optional. This feature is only available to beta users at this whole thing is just ridiculous. I've seen today this is popped off. So I've seen a whole bunch of YouTubers out there talking about, oh my god, this is so bad, this is so bad, this is so bad. And I've seen some Pegasi, capping. Like, oh, it's faster though. Let's see how long this is. Do not power on. Even a person like me who knows about computers and video games systems and such, I don't even want to look. They're reading this. This was written for like the dumbest person on the planet, but this is not the easiest thing to do for the dumbest person on the planet, because it's like, do not use without a heat dissipation mechanism such as heat sink, right? Because your system will melt. I said that before. Go to settings, system software, console information. Be sure to press and hold the power button 3 seconds. Turn, remove all cables. Okay, whatever. Place the console on a soft cloth on a flat surface and remove the. Okay, now you gotta take it apart. Just like then you're just gonna look at. Come on, son. This is what is all of this? What? Okay, wait. There's another plusy thing. Where is it? There it is. How to remove. Why would you want to remove it? You just put it in. Oh, maybe because it bricked your thing. Can I insert a SATA drive in a PS5? That's not a. Who put that in there? That's not a freaking. Well, you know they do have a compatible. I don't know. Should I remove the M2 if I send? Yes. Okay. Here's another thing. This is dumb. This is the dumbest thing. Here's another thing. This is the. Where was that? Let me try to find it again. That was funny. That's one of them. The fire CUDA. Yeah, it's the same thing, but that's with the heatsink on it. But what was I saying? I'm sorry, I totally lost it. Let's see. The M.2. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. but that's okay. But this is ridiculous. It's like, yo, why is this so difficult? Like, how? I mean, first of all, it's not the prettiest console. It's the biggest console ever made. Here's the thing. What I'm talking about, right? This is a Pegasi. Excuse me. This is a Pegasi. It has to be a Pegasi because read the description, right? PS5 SSD expansion, 250 gigabytes up to 4 terabytes, starting from $70. Nobody's gonna buy a freaking 250 gigabyte. No one. Freedom of buying any compatible model. Yeah, doesn't mean it's gonna work, because we just read that. If it don't work, so sad, too bad. Plugs under the hood. Come on, son. It's not a hood where you pull the latch and it pops open. You gotta get, and then you gotta boogle black. And then you gotta unscrew the little keepy, and then you gotta put it in the screwy. My thing is that, here's my thing, right? A lot of people will put the SSD in, right? And then they're gonna have the heatsink that doesn't fit all the way on top. That kind of sticks up, so they can't put the metal cover back on. They're gonna leave it uncovered, and that heat, they're gonna put the white plastic joints back on the PlayStation 5, and it's gonna melt. I will guarantee we're gonna see pictures of melted PlayStations with the white, where you see the SSD melted, the SSD melted on the white. I will guarantee it. Now the Xbox SSD only 1 terabyte. You see how the wording? Oh, you must be a pony, I guess. Starting at 220. Only one model. Only. Hangs externally. Acting like it. Man, these cap. Oh, look at it. And then this is where the speed thing comes in. 7 gigabytes per second. First of all, if you do that, you're going to melt your PlayStation. That's why they have the minimum speed at 5.5, and that's where it's going to be, because anything faster is going to melt. They can't cool anything hotter than that, faster than that. Plug and play. So here's an Xbox, dude. Plug and play as low as $189.99. So there you go, price. PlayStation 5 solution: open, install heatsink, 30 minutes. Plug and pray. PlayStation 5 $275 for 1 terabyte. It's just so crazy. See, this is their new argument that the Xbox SSD is old and slow. It's not old. It's barely old, but it is slower than Sony's, right? But at the same time, you're sacrificing, heat dissipation. You're sacrificing certain things when you go too fast. If you go too fast in your car, you might blow the engine. Temperature's rising. If you can't cool it right, you're gonna break something. And that's what the PlayStation 5 is facing right now. And that's why it's in a beta. It's a beta right now, because they know they're gonna have some broken PlayStations coming up soon. Broke. And they don't mind, because I gotta get a new PlayStation. So if they decide to replace them, which I doubt it, because we read it before. If it breaks it, that's not our fault. Man, I'm angry just as a consumer at a company trying to get over. That's what I mean. All companies in a way try to get over, kind of, sort of. Xbox did it in their day. I'm not gonna say they haven't never done it. They've done it, but now Xbox is not the same Xbox that it was before, and their focus is Game Pass. Their focus is that service, right? So they're trying everything that they can to make that service worth it. And that benefits the gamers. That benefits us. They're not going to try to screw us on these things, because it's like, well, I'm just going to buy, see you later, But Sony's like, oh, we the best. We the best. Yeah, but something that Sony can't guarantee will work. Didn't mention that, did you? Yeah. Tell you what. That is crazy. That Sony just like, yeah, if it don't work, oh well. Dang, man. Heatsink included, $169. $500. Okay. Oh, snap. See, I didn't even go for the... Yo, they have a 4 terabyte for like $1,000. Sony is out their damn mind. Now, that's not a Sony thing. That's like whoever makes it, Seagate or whoever. fire cooled or whatever. But, dude. The SSD for Xbox is slower than the internal SSD. PS5 is twice the speed. See, they keep doing that, but the problem is, and this happened way when they announced the PlayStation 5. They did the road to PlayStation 5. Mark saying around up there, like, make it bigger. Remember that? He carefully worded what they were saying, and that whole moving target as far as speeds go, as far as chip speeds and stuff, and that's to compensate for the poor cooling design of the PlayStation 5. The same thing is happening with this SSDs. They can't push them to a certain extent because the poor cooling design. If the cooling design was top notch, no problem, then there wouldn't even be an argument right now. But top to bottom, the PlayStation 5's cooling is hot garbage, trash, fire. It's bad. But anyway, I've run over time. I haven't run over time. I wanted to keep it short, but I can't because it's just too. Look at all this. Look at Dead Space. Remember that? Remember that? Dead Space. I fixed it. Dead Space. Hangs externally. Where did I say that? Hangs. Wow, you a bigger clown than I realized. Trying to turn a plug-and-play SSD into a bad thing because it's not PS5. Your bias is on another level, and that's basically it. That's it right there. Other words are being slung around, but this is a bad look, and we're gonna see in the coming weeks and months how bad it's gonna get. That's my prediction. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Like, subscribe, and make sure all you Pegasi out there, make sure you buy extra fire extinguishers and heavy wet blankets. Because electrical fires are tricky, especially SSDs. I don't know what exactly is in there, so how do they explode? I'm not sure. I've never seen an SSD explode, so we're about to find out. So stay safe and put the fire department's number on your refrigerator, or put it on your TV, put it right in the corner of your TV, because you don't have to call them.